certain moods, man, just, on a Friday, the work is done, the weekend is coming. I'm putting the song
Yeah,
on,
you
man, and
know
I'm going
something
to this
though?
groove.
But this song, if you, let's say you're driving in the car with somebody and you just turn it on, right? Their initial reaction was, "What would be what?" With the initial, the beginning sounds to it. They'll be like, "What the hell is that?" Before it gets into it,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you just be prepared for that if you're playing it around
Well, they
other.
would also be like, I'm scared, like hold them on as those first beginning.
The car's haunted.
What do you have on? Get it off.
That's if you're driving that car, Christine.
Yeah.
The Stephen King story.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to
Yeah.
take us down this
Yeah. Did you read
Stephen
that book
King.
or see
10
the
minutes
movie?
later, we're talking about Stephen King. Hey, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Into the Music. My name is Greg, and that guy over there is Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey,
So
Greg.
why don't you tell everyone?
I'm trying to hold back some laughs here,
Yeah,
man.
it's cool, man.
Oh man, I'm just punchy.
I'm glad you're in a good mood today.
But
So,
yeah, it's good. It's all
yeah.
good.
So, what do we have for everyone out there?
Okay, we've got a request from Abe, who I think we've done a
Yeah.
request for Abe before, at least
Yeah, I
one.
think so.
And the name of the band is The Knife, and the song is "We Share Our Mother's Health." How's that for a title?
That's a real interesting title, huh?
Yeah, when we're in the womb, we do, right?
I never really gave it any thought, really, but you know what? I think you're onto something there, Chris.
I think so.
All
Yeah.
right.
I know how that works.
So let me go and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to come back right here in this spot.
Okay.
And tell you and everyone out there and into the music land what I think of this song. Is that it? Wow. What a force. Whoa. Oh, I really like that a lot, man. We share our mother's health. Wow. Hey, everyone. I'm back. And all right. I like this, man. I like this.
Yeah, I did too.
I
I
like
did
this
too.
song.
Yes.
This
Really
was,
creepy beginning, huh?
dude.
What?
Oh,
Creepy?
creepy. You see,
Read
creepy,
that chicken scratch? Where?
creepy.
Oh yeah. I
That
thought
one
you
sees
were,
how bad my.
I thought you started writing your autobiography.
You know what it sounded like? It sounded like I was in this nightmare, right? Um, where like I was in like I was in a fun house,
You
and
mean
the
in the
mirrors
beginning,
were
not in the whole
oh yeah,
thing.
right. It was the beginning. Thing. And I was in a fun house, right? Like, and all the mirrors and like the big faces coming in and out, and that's what's happening, right? You hear like the carousels around and stuff in the music, but it's like the power keeps going off. They start to go, yeah, and then it was like, trying to get going, and then it was really like weird and creepy and stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that was cool. That was good. I was just trying to figure out like what's to come. And then you had like the synthesizer that was just riffed all the way
You
through the
had
damn
that
song.
like that sound of like a ricocheting kind of synthesizer, Like remember that song Two of Hearts?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
That kind of
dude,
thing.
yeah, okay, yes, I know
Yeah,
what
it
you're
was
talking
like
about.
that, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, and yeah, and then there was also like there were these keyboards that were playing at the same time, like the synthesizer and the keyboard notes and stuff, like a riff or whatever. It was just so good. So then the girl starts singing, right? And that was interesting. It sounded like she was doing like multi-layered tracks of her voice. So maybe it was someone else there, but it sounded like maybe just her, and she was just kind of, multiple of her. And then the guy comes in at some point, right? And that just like he came in like loud and forceful.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got together, and that's really, I don't know what the hell they were singing. I don't really care, unless you tell me
It
it's about,
doesn't matter. It's the music, right?
about world hunger and stuff like that. And Greg, you should care, and then I will listen. But I'm telling you
Well,
right
with a
now,
title
man,
like this, it might be something heavy, right?
you know what? We share our mother's health. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
sure
They're
do.
talking about their mom and how she's feeling.
They wrote it for Mother's Day, I think.
What's it about, man? Give me some lines.
Really, Mother's Day. Actually, I really can't find any explanation for the meaning.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm lacking in that
Do you have
department.
lyrics?
I do. We came down from the north, blue hands on a torch, red wine and food for free, a possibility. We share our mother's health. It is what we've been dealt. What's in it for me? Fine, then I'll agree. I don't really know.
Mm.
So the chorus is, say you like it, say you need it. When you don't, looking better, shining brighter than you do. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But just I agree with you. It doesn't really matter.
No.
I thought this was a really
It's a groove.
just musically a cool song.
Musically is great. Yeah.
And I'll tell you a little bit about this band.
Cool, man.
It consists of the sibling. They're Swedish, and it consists of the siblings Karen and Olaf Drazier. I don't know if I'm saying that. I'm probably saying it wrong. And they also own their own record company, so they
that helps.
It does help get your record out there. Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't think you have to audition too much, but this came out in 2006, and it's from an album called Silent Shout. And I'm really curious as to what their other stuff sounds like. I thought this was really cool because it's they really. I'm really starting to like these bands who are just it's really electronic stuff and
right.
Like that's if that's either the only way they're producing it or it's very prominent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
you know, I remember when electronic music like this started, and a lot of people were denigrating it because, oh, they're not playing, real instruments. And it's like, no,
Right.
it's still creating stuff. You still get the sound in your head, and you have to find it, how to play it, or you stumble upon something just like you do when you're playing an instrument too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is instruments when you think about it. It is just electronic.
And it's really interesting. I think I've said it before with the synthesizer. It's an instrument that has been behind some of the worst songs that I feel like I've ever heard, and then behind some of the most amazing music that I feel like I've ever heard.
Well,
It's
we've
just, I
been,
don't know. It depends on,
I meant
someone's
to,
vision and what they want to do with that.
yeah, I meant to say something to you recently about that. Um, we did a few of these recently, and we were talking about synthesizers quite a bit in that group of songs we were covering. And really, when you say synthesizer, it's got so many different sounds, and that's what it does.
Right.
It synthesizes other sounds.
Right.
So really, it's really hard to judge. Yeah, like you say, it could be great stuff. It could be awful stuff. There's synthesizer sounds we love, some we hate. It's not like it's like, oh, I don't like this.
Yeah.
It's not like saying I don't like the sound of a violin. It's always going to sound, because a violin's always going to sound like a violin.
All right. So I'm gonna clarify it a little bit to say that when it's used really primarily for dance, and I guess you could say, well, almost all the time. I really don't know if that's the case, but when a synthesizer is being used to really, get up and dance and, move your feet and like that. And this is something that you could definitely groove to, you could dance to, but you can groove to, and yeah, it's really hard to really put a finger on and say, if it's this I like, if it's this I don't like, if it's, and just, but I think what I'm just saying is that I'm not really saying this to really knock the synthesizer. I think it's just, that's what's amazing about it. That, it's an instrument that I just, when it's just in certain songs, when it's used, I don't know, like in this case here, it was just fantastic, but it wasn't the only thing that was being used. You had the keyboards, you had these certain sounds, and the effects and everything else. You had a really cool groove in the way she was singing and he was singing, the whole thing together, and it's just amazing to me, that just, it's like, I really like this song. It's cool. It's just a groove, and I could just, I don't know, certain moods, man. Just on a Friday, the work is done. The weekend is coming. I'm putting this song on, man, and I'm going to this groove.
But this song, let's say you're driving in the car with somebody and you just turn it on, right? Their initial reaction was, what the initial, the beginning sounds to it. They'll be like, what the hell is that? Before it gets into it, So you just be prepared for that if you're playing it around.
Well, they would also be like, I'm scared, like holding on to as those first beginning.
The car's haunted.
What do you have on? Get it off.
That's if you're driving that car, Christine.
Yeah.
The Stephen King story.
Yeah. You want to take us down this?
Yeah. Did you read that book?
10 minutes later, we're talking about Stephen King.
Did you really? Did you read the book or see the movie?
I saw the movie. Yeah. Okay. Did not read the book. No.
Man, book is great. But when I first was going to read, first looking into reading it, I thought, come on, man, a haunted car?
Right.
How are you going to pull this off? Sure enough, he did.
Weren't you telling me?
Wait, we were talking recently about the Mangler.
Yeah, you were telling me about the big, the Mangler.
Big washing
machine. Yeah.
Yeah. Stephen King can make anything haunted, and he really will scare you.
Yeah. You went to, I'm trying to make a joke about softener or detergent. I don't know. I'm just picturing this evil washing machine.
I have one that keeps eating my socks. I only find one sock out of the pair. So I think that's how they start off. And then they just start eating everything else around them. It's just like, yeah.
Socks aren't doing for me anymore. I want
you. How about a sock?
I want that thing that's in your sock, Give me that.
That's right.
And
That's
then
right. It's never enough.
right.
Yeah, gluttonous washing machine.
And Abe is like, I don't get it. How do they get into
Abe
this?
is loving this. Abe is on Amazon right now, ordering a copy of Christine.
Wow. Wow. Abe. Cool, man. Don't overpay. All right.
And when
Anyway,
you
that's my,
overpay for a paperback these days.
all
You know?
right. So I like this song, man. Abe, great
Me
request.
too. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you,
And
Abe, for this haunted song.
I'm going to take us out.
Take us
Say
out.
you have a
You don't
good
want me
day.
to talk anymore, is what it is.
And to everyone out there, hit all the good buttons, as Mr. Christopher would always say, like you're not here anymore. And with that said, we'll see you on next
Back
episode
when he
of
was still with us, before the washing machine got him.
See ya.